TV series.
Yeah.
Like it's a real show.
Like you gonna be training?
Backstage, it's under.
When it's a reality show.
No, it's good. They're making like a show, like a series about like an MMA.
Like on Netflix and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Netflix. Honestly, I hope it's Peacock. Peacock has been like dishing out some good stuff lately. So.
But it's a big network production.
That's what it says. They're nationwide casting.
Really?
So
I don't use Backstage because, like, I used it when I first started.
Yeah.
We can talk about this in the podcast.
Yeah.
This is great. So when I first started, Backstage. First of all,
Justin, can you hit record? Oh, he is recording. Perfect. My guy.
All right. I'm about to say because all right, good.
Gonna be some
I
good
didn't
shit.
say anything weird so far, right?
No, you're good.
Damn
You're
it.
good. Anyway, you were saying you don't use Backstage because.
So okay, so when I first started, it's a very like user friendly platform. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have the. It came after Actors Access, and which used to be called Breakdowns, or it still is, but now we all refer to it as Actors Access. So that's what everyone uses for TV and film. Like if you are an actor and you're getting casted in something legitimate, it's through there normally, right? And then Casting Networks is what you use for commercials. So anything, any commercials, you can get casted in films and TV through either or as well, or you can even get casted in commercials through Actors Access. It's just a lot rare. I don't know. I guess the platforms are preferred. Agents prefer Casting Networks for commercials and Actors Access for movies. Backstage, unfortunately, came a lot later, and it's just hasn't caught fire. So it's mostly reserved to people doing short films. That was when I first started. That's how I entered. You know, so we can talk about like my mom because it's important. It's important.
I'm assuming you got started because you already have family in the entertainment industry, right? Like,
I was never like pushed to go into the world of TV and film.
Yeah.
My sister was a child actress, and
Really?
yeah.
Like more famous than like famous?
No.
Oh, okay, but she was making money.
She was adorable. She was such a cute kid.
Oh,
She was such. I understood why my dad never asked me and asked my sister because she was a cute kid. I was like, oh, he's a good looking kid, whatever. But she was adorable.
She was stealing all the shine.
She had freckles and like this really cute smile and she was the type of kid that would walk a couple steps and fall down every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
you know,
like
they're
real
so
clumsy.
Yeah.
So people thought that was adorable.
You couldn't beat that.
I loved it.
So so she was in it, and then it started to interfere with school, so she stopped. I was always like an athlete, or I was always into sports, and like whenever after school, I'd always do that. So I never like, and I was also like a bit insecure. Like I wasn't sure I could do it or whatever, and I even suffered a bit from stage fright. In 6th grade, I accidentally fell into doing chorus. Because
choir,
okay, correct, yeah.
Singing
in a class of like 40 girls, there were 2 guys, and that was one of them.
And were you singing like beautifully or what?
So they separated us first soprano, second soprano, alto because it was only girls. Because normally it's a tenor as a guy, but they didn't even call us tenors. They were like, "You're a first soprano,"
because your voice was still like high, right?
Yeah. So the other guy who had auditioned was an alto, right?
Okay.
Because he's a boy,
right?
I was a first soprano,
and that's a female role.
And I had a high pitched voice in the 6th grade. I could sing.
Dang! Oh,
like
so you were killing it. You like a Justin Bieber type.
I was like a Justin Bieber. Could have been, should have been, but you know, I was.
I'm anticipating. Yeah, Justin. I'm anticipating a third guest. If she don't come in like 10 minutes, then I'll have him sit right there.
Is it gonna be 4 people total?
It's gonna be 3 total.
So would you want him sitting right there right now? Because right now the camera is just focused on YouTube.
Right now, I feel like it's 2 guys in 1 truck. I
one truck.
I do want to have. I do want him to next to me just because the height difference is like, you know what I mean. So it's like cool. But then for Shorty, I'll have her right there. Right. But yeah, I don't need both of those. So I guess we can change it up later, right? Right now we're just 2 guys hanging out, right?
Two guys hanging out.
Just 2 guys being bros. And honestly, this happened because of you, bro. I seen you at the casting for that project that we can't exactly go into detail yet, but we'll talk about it. And you were like, "Oh, bro, are we still doing the pod?" And I was like, and honestly, I was like, I wanted to do it, but I was gonna keep pushing it back just because I'm kind of going through a transitional phase. I was trying to be a little frugal, but then I seen you and I was like, yeah, let's make this shit happen.
Frugal how? How are we saving money?
Well, yeah, I'm moving residences, so I'm getting a new place.
Okay.
So yeah, I just didn't want to be spending a whole lot of guap on shit because I'm gonna be spending a lot with
Hundo P, but that new project
about to run it up.
Hey, look who's here.
There she go.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
You look great.
Yep, you look fantastic.
You look ready for a podcast. I look like I just schlepped out of bed.
You don't have to wear these if you don't want to, but it is kind of cool. If it's gonna mess your hair up though, you ain't gotta wear it.
No, I think it's okay. We got hairspray. We're put together.
Have you ever done a podcast?
Swag.
Okay,
Vicky's kind of like an international superstar, so she's probably done his podcast before.
I've actually done a podcast in this room before.
Oh, damn it. You didn't have to say that.
Wow.
Wow.
It was cool. It was Galentine's. It was a bunch of girls, so this is different. I'm the
Oh, a
only
little bit
girl this
different.
time.
A little bit different. Justin, you think you can change the
Lazy today.
Yeah.
I'm super lazy.
nice? Well,
for this.
you made it out here and you look good, so I'm so happy.
Thank
that
you.
made it.
Thank
Does this have
you.
headphones?
Oh, Justin, here. Wait, no, here. Yeah.
All right, dope.
We all got
Should
headphones.
reach.
Dude,
Oh man.
these are so cool. I'm gonna get these and build it in my house.
No, same. I'm
Holy
doing
moly!
I'm doing the
But
same thing.
It's gotta be soundproof, right?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
No.
Yeah, just to avoid anything from the outside.
I'm like in the busiest street in Miami. It sucks. Biscayne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's super
a
loud.
lot. Noise.
Talking about self tapes, right?
Yeah.
I have an issue with my self tapes because there's people always honking and stuff. So I'll be doing a scene where I have to cry, and then bang, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I feel bad for the people on my floor. Like, they definitely hear me self-taping because I hear the guy on the other side on his phone, like on his phone calls for business. So
That's
I
paper
know
thin,
he
those
hears
walls.
me.
Paper then. Can't have
Where do you
no
live?
fun in
Small
the,
building.
Can't have no fun in the room.
Where do you live?
Well, hopefully, Coconut Grove.
Or in Coconut Grove.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully the bedroom's like a couple layers in, but like right at the door, the door is where I normally do my self-tapes because it's like blank.
At the door.
It's like a white door background. You know what I mean? At the front door, it's like a white little
real
space.
plain.
It's very plain.
Yeah.
Anywhere else in my apartment, you're gonna get personality.
I'm
Swag.
I'm very picky. I can never do it behind a door.
Why?
Someone
I feel like they're gonna judge me if I have a
Really?
door behind me. Yeah, I have to get a plain. It has to be plain wall, plain as day.
straight plain.
Why would they judge you by your door?
Like, oh, this broke ass nigga can't get
Oh,
no
look at
fucking-
those
Is that a
silver handles.
Is that a handle? Wow, broke
Wow.
boy. You clearly not an actor.
That's the insecurity of an actor. You know, I'm like, okay, it's gotta
he
be
still
perfect.
has handles.
Right,
Oh,
wow.
It's
All right.
not modern.
Wait, before we get really into it, let me do a quick intro. My friends, welcome back to the Smoky Mirror Podcast. I am your host, Smoke from the Scut team. And as you know, the purpose of the Smoky Mirror Pod is to bring on guests who can either educate or inspire. And today I have two guests on here that I met while we were shooting a tobacco commercial.
Yeah, wait. Before you go to us, what does that name even mean?
Scut?
Scut with the
Like,
smoke?
spreading
Scut?
knowledge.
Oh, yeah. So Scut is my brand, and that's my partner right there, Justin, behind the stick. And it stands for Spreading Knowledge Using Tactics.
Cool.
And Smoke is like my nickname, so
Yeah,
I'm Smoke from the Scut team, baby. Yeah.
Smoke from the scut.
But we have
Sorry.
international superstar Vikina
Stop.
in the building, and we have un actor latino,
Playboy.
Nick Sellars.
Somos
Nick
varios.
Sellar.
Somos varios actores latinos. No.
Varios actores latinos. ¿Cómo estamos?
Wow, now you're serenading me through the mic. But I appreciate y'all for coming on. I really
It's
do.
funny when you get to hear yourself. I mean, I do
Thank
this all
you.
the time when I record.
Right.
Like, but hearing myself talk on one of these mics is like strange.
This is
Vicky,
awesome.
Well, I want to get a quick bio. Can you guys just introduce yourselves to the audience and maybe say like some cool things you've done? Like hype yourself up. Don't be modest or humble.
It's impossible. That's impossible. I sing, I songwrite. I've been doing it for like a decade, acting and stuff in between. It's kind of gone in phases. You know, I always like to call it like a Rubik's Cube. Sometimes like music's here, sometimes acting's here, sometimes I get another day job. And I met these guys on set.
That's lit.
Yeah.
And you also damn near won Spanish American Idol.
It's not Spanish
Which
American
one?
Idol. I got all right, cool, fine. I'll do my LinkedIn, my whole LinkedIn bio.
I
right?
need it.
I went on a reality singing competition on Univision called Reina de la Canción. So it was like an American Idol, but just girls. And the executive producer was Daddy Yankee. I was like just about like getting ready to like quit music because I was so tired of like funding my own project and like constantly being in like the development phase, and like the struggling artist lifestyle is
I know.
no joke. And then I just saw this audition and I figured like, you know what, like maybe Daddy Yankee and like Nati Natasha and the people on that show would get me. And they did. I got really far in the competition. I got all the way to the last episode. I didn't win. But sometimes that's like a blessing, right? And I think it's due to that I have the opportunity that I have now. I recently signed with a Mr. 305 Inc.
Ooh. Congratulations on that. That's just lit.
I almost like, it's like I've kind of trained myself to like not talk about my wins because it's like mal de ojos real and stuff. So it feels weird sometimes when I'm like,
Wait, what's that?
you don't know what mal de ojo is?
Who is that?
The evil eye.
Yikes.
The evil eye.
He
I don't
come get
know.
you.
I think I love talking about the things I've accomplished.
Then you talk about yours because I hate talking about mine.
I'm fine talking about my thing.
Alright, Nick.
And I love talking about other people's accomplishments.
No, facts.
Yeah, I'm better at that. I'd be like brag about him.
Yeah.
But you should always, I feel like always, hype yourself up. I think it's always great.
Yeah.
It's good energy. I don't know. I think it's good
Well,
energy.
when you said like international recording artists, like it's actually true.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's actually true. Like I have this one song that I released 5 years ago that it's a bachata song, but it's like mixed with trap. And at that time it was like really cool and fresh. And for whatever reason, like the bachata community, like the dance community in Europe, they love Latin dance over there. Like over there, it's like exotic. Like people get together and do like Latin dance parties.
And your song
And my song
is
is like
over
a
its
cult
place?
classic.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like a cult, like a bachata, like community little like big song. So I get videos from like people in like Russia and like Israel dancing to my song. It's the weirdest thing because I'm not like a bachata.
lit.
I'm not a bachata person. Like I never wanted to be a bachata singer, but it's like I can say I'm an international recording artist, I guess now, right?
International superstar is actually what you meant to say.
Okay.
You didn't choose bachata. Bachata chose you.
No, real shit.
That shows.
You gotta send me some like TikToks or something of people dancing to the song. I know they.
I
got them
will.
out
It's on
there.
my YouTube. It's on my YouTube. Like I'll have a whole section dedicated to people.
Damn, that's lit.
Damn.
That is so
Dancing to it.
cool.
That's so
That is,
cool.
are you a musician?
No, I'm not a musician.
So for the thing we did, I said I was a musician.
really,
You told
Yeah.
them that you were.
but you can kind of play guitar a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I can like kumbaya, I can't finger pick, but I can be like, with the chords and whatever.
But you were in choir, so you are a musician technically.
I did it for 1 year.
But you
And
look. Hey,
then-
I'm not gonna lie though. You were rocking the stage for.
I appreciate that.
We weren't even listening to the song that you were saying. Remember when we were like fake at the concert?
Yeah.
You were rocking the show. You
It
and
felt great. I was like,
And
oh
then-
my
Well,
God.
he's a star. Let's
He's a
start
star.
there.
I love you guys.
that's true.
You didn't do like your.
Yeah, you didn't do your.
You
Yeah,
forced me to like give my life story.
right now we need Nick. I need you to flex.
I need Nick's flex.
All right. Let's go into it. Well, from Miami.
Lit, already flexing.
All right.
Oh yeah, me too. I didn't say that.
So I'm an actor. I wish I was a musician. That'd be super dope, but I'm not. But whatever. Maybe one
Wanna
day I'll
switch?
take some classes. Want to switch?
Yeah, I'm trying to act more now. Like I love music. I've been having fun, but I've been doing it for a while, and I've never really fully explored acting. Probably at the capacity that you've been doing.
Well, I think you're in a great position to be successful for many reasons. You're talented, just so you know.
Oh, thank you.
You're fluent in Spanish, which puts you at a advantage.
Yeah,
right
but you're
now.
fluent in like Spanish.
No, but
Spain Spanish.
In,
yeah,
like,
but
Spain Spanish.
but you know what's funny is that in the North American market, when they're looking for Hispanics, they're not looking for Hispanics with a Spanish accent. So I've had to like slowly neutralize my Spanish to sound more Mexican
accent.
or Colombian maybe. And my mom's Colombian, funny enough, but for some reason when I was young, it just stuck the Spanish accent. They're from
it's so
Spain.
much cooler. I would pick it too if it was around me.
Right.
The lisp.
I call it the
It feels fun
lisp.
to talk with a lisp, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I always struggle in Spanish class when we came to that park. I couldn't do it. I was more like the Mexican Spanish.
The Mexican, órale, güey. No mames.
Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Shout out to the gang. But no, Nick. Like, we need you to, like, I'm talking about big projects you've been in, ones you're really proud of.
Okay, cool. So I've only been doing acting for like 4 or 5 years. All right.
That's full time.
As full time,
Okay.
right? Like,
congrats on that. That's lit.
thank you. I graduated college. Didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Lived in Europe for a year. Studied languages. Learned
that's dope.
French, German, Portuguese. I'm not fluent, but I'm highly conversational. People are
Dope.
impressed. Like, wow, you have a good accent for someone who lived in Berlin for just 3 months. So, like,
Yeah.
Swag. That's fucking dope.
And then I got back to the States and I was like, Mom, I want to be an actor. And she was like, okay.
And she's a producer,
But
right?
she's a
Yeah,
producer.
so
But-
that's cool. I'm
and-
sure she was excited.
Exactly. I feel bad for people who like, you know, their parents are accountants or lawyers, and then like you're like, Dad, Mom, I want to be an actor, and then they look at you like
They don't know where to begin.
like why?
Like, what the
like
hell?
what?
Where did we go wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Which would be-
I wanted to act and stuff as a kid, and like my parents, like, well, I guess we'll take her to like an acting or a modeling class.
But they had
Like,
no
don't know
idea.
what the
Right.
and we'd get like those like radio ads, like agents that books for Disney and this and Nickelodeon, and then like you go and they're like, okay, that'll be $1,000 in headshots.
Dang.
And my
That's a scam. Those are
Yeah,
scams.
those are scams.
Those are scams.
Those are
Guys are
scams.
scams out there. If you're trying to get into acting, watch out. There's a lot of people out there who will, you know, hey, we'll help you get successful. We'll help you book movies, TV shows. Just give us your money. That's bullshit. They only make money
They
when
pay-
you make
yeah,
money.
if you have to
That's
pay
how it works
them-
with real agents.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you either pay them, you're doing it the wrong
Wrong
way.
way.
Yes. And watch out. There's also like legitimate agents that have like relationships with photographers and they get kickbacks. So just be careful. They might not even. Listen. This career is a little interesting, and unfortunately, like there's a lot at play. But you know, you like just go through the phases of like. You meet people, you realize what's real, what's not real, who's trying to help, who's not trying to help, and you build relationships and you burn the ones that don't make sense to have. No, seriously, like they're just people you just got to cut out of your life.
For sure.
You go
Yeah.
through agents, you go through managers, you know, acting colleagues,
Yeah.
whatever. It's an interesting career. But what was I talking about?
We got
What-
Mazda, big projects.
Big projects.
Mazda-
No, Honda. It was Honda.
Oh, Honda,
It was a
Honda.
Honda campaign that I did in Los Angeles. It was super fun. If you guys haven't seen it, it's just like basically I'm driving and then it's like a video game where I hit like a symbol, like a floating symbol.
Yeah.
You know when you're like GTA where you're running and there's like the money sign.
Yeah, you
and
just
you get
run
the
over
money. So it's that same thing with a car, but it was instead of like money, it was like graduation. So as soon as I hit it, my outfit changed to
Like a graduation cap?
Exactly. So and I went through like life. Like I went through a party stage, and then there was a part where there's like a girlfriend, and she shows up, and then at the very end, there's like a wedding symbol,
Lit.
and we both look at it, and we look at each other, we go, nope, and I swerve out of the way. It's so funny.
So you need a no.
Nope.
That's funny. Was that like a SAG one?
It was SAG.
Cool.
It was SAG.
I
So-
want a SAG one.
Wait,
I
wait,
want
wait,
a SAG-
wait, wait. Listen, this guy right here, just booked a job that's gonna be on the Super Bowl. We can't say anything else, but this man's gonna be making like, I predict north of 40 grand.
Wow. On SAG.
That's why this podcast next time we're here is gonna be on like. I mean, this is nice. This is a nice
Yeah,
setup.
he's
but
gonna
I'm
do
saying,
it on a yacht. We're
Yeah,
gonna
next
do it
time.
on a yacht.
Literally.
He's gonna have the money to do it.
Like you thought I had money from Despacito. Like I'm really about to have
That's an
money
inside
now.
joke, guys.
It's
That's
an inside
right.
joke.
If you guys didn't know, he's the writer of Despacito, the international classic.
Can you believe it? Like I don't even know Spanish like that, but with the pen, I'm like that.
yep.
Yeah.
This is Luis Fonsi's writer.
He's right.
I only had one in me, but that one just happened to be a hit.
It happened to be a hit.
So
He's
Erica Ender is like somewhere like, ugh, she wrote it.
yeah, no. Shout out to Erica.
Shout
You're-
out to Erica.
No, she's the real one. I'm faking. I'm a fraud. But no, like I said, I saw Nick at that at the casting for that, and that's what sparked me. Like, yeah, let's get the band back
do it.
together for this
Let's get
pod.
the band back together.
This was a great crew when we were working, so I was glad to get y'all back in.
Did you tell the people how we met? The Black and Mild. Oh yeah, the Black
Whoa,
and
can
Mild.
you say that?
No, like we breezed over it.
No, I'm saying, can we name it? Or it hasn't come out yet. I'm gonna have to bleep,
Listen.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
listen. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You can bleep it out. Whatever.
I mean, I just don't know. Some people told me like
I don't think they're gonna find out. And if they did, They didn't
Yeah.
pay. Honestly, they didn't.
You know
pay.
what? A wise person named Pitbull tends to like ask for forgiveness,
Not permission.
Not permission.
All right, cool. Yeah, they're gonna have to come.
He's gotten away with it so far.
I didn't sign an NDA. Did you?
No, we did not sign NDAs, so I think
we're good then.
they're just
I don't think it's a secret. We just can't like put the content out before they do. Like it's not a secret
Right,
that they did a commercial.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah,
I don't think
right.
it's an issue.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, we were big,
We were
big
good.
smoking Black and Milds. I'm
cut
not
the
gonna lie
Pitbull.
though,
Yeah.
they were kind of nice.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
I
it.
said I was a smoker, and I never smoke.
I didn't inhale it. Justin's
I
making,
know, I never-
Justin's making a crazy face at
I
me.
never smoke either. Like if maybe a friend has a vape pen, I might hit it just because like I'm bored. But never, I never smoke.
I do
cigarettes.
nothing. No marijuana, no tobacco, nothing. They're like, "You a smoker?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a smoker."
You drink?
I like drinking.
Oh, okay, cool.
I drink.
What do you like to drink?
Tequila.
Nice. Yeah, we like
Top
tequila.
shelf.
We like tequila in here.
Top shelf.
Jalisco.
I
Shout out to Diego.
I found out that I don't have headaches when I wake up in the morning if I drink tequila. Any other alcohol, there's a good chance I'm going to wake up with a headache if I
Yeah.
drink an excessive.
I've seen if you just drink a glass of water right before you go to bed, that usually does it for me. Try that. Because you get the headache because your body's dehydrated.
Of
The
course.
alcohol dehydrates.
Of course.
Yeah, I've done that. I think I just drank too much.
Vicky, I know you got a story of partying with some really dope people. Do you have any musicians that you can name drop?
Well, I mean, I've been in the room with like a lot of really cool people. Like I had, like there's a I don't know if this podcast probably plays all over the world, but in Miami,
Facts.
we have like a restaurant was called the Moon right there, like on in Brickell.
I loved it, and it
And
left.
I had like I had
Damn.
like I had like really good like Colombian hot dogs and stuff with Farruko once.
Ooh, Colombian
There.
hot dogs? Wow.
Yeah, and I like showed him a cover of his song that I did, and he was like, "Cool." You know, like
Oh, cool.
cool.
I've met famous people.
Yeah,
I've worked with
I've met a
famous
ton of famous people. I think I was starstruck one time, like when I first kind of signed with the label and with Pitbull. They were inviting me out to like different events and stuff, and they told me to come out on the boat one day, and like John Travolta is in.
John Travolta?
is in-
Wow.
is on the boat, and I'm like, this is a Twilight reel, or like I just was like not expecting to see John Travolta.
No,
on
that
the
is
boat.
crazy.
Did you
but I-
talk to him?
Yeah, I
I'd
talked
have
to him
to-
and his daughter.
Wow.
And his daughter wants to be a singer. We like invited her to the studio.
Dope.
Oh, that's cool.
That was like I don't know, like a interesting.
I'd have to give him his flowers. Like, John, you did an amazing job, Pulp Fiction, brother. I know people tell you that all the time.
Oh, I'm a sucker for him as Danny Zuko in Grease. Like
Oh, Grease, yeah.
Grease is like my
classic.
favorite movie as a kid.
I've been starstruck once on set. I worked with Bruce Willis,
That's dope.
and he came and sat right next to me. And he goes, "By the way, this is recent, and I don't know if you know, but he had to quit recently
Why?
because he's like mentally, he's just not
He's
doing
a break.
so well. Like he's,
Damn.
it's
You been, like,
it's really
drinking,
sad.
CTE, what do you got?
I forgot what it's called,
But he's just been going through.
but it's like short term memory loss, I think, and he like
Alzheimer's?
no, it's not Alzheimer's. There's a specific name. Maybe hopefully I remember.
All right,
But
yeah,
anyways,
that's not important.
So he sits next to me and he goes, "How you doing?" And I couldn't answer. My mouth was just like, and we're
Yeah.
like about to shoot, and he's like, "Okay." And, like, turns around.
I have a few awkward stories now. They're all flashing back to
Nice.
me now. My best friend, her husband works for iHeartRadio, so we were at like one of the big iHeart concerts, and the Backstreet Boys were playing. Right, it was at the Fontainebleau. So then another friend of ours, who I guess within the group, is like, "Okay, do you guys want to go to Live and go to a table with the Backstreet Boys?" I was like, immediately yes.
Hell yeah.
Immediately, yes. Like, there's no questions about it. They're like, but you know, whatever, just be cool. And I'm like, I've hung out with
Just
a
be
lot of
cool.
celebrities, guys. Like, I was on a boat with John Travolta and Pitbull.
Right.
I'm okay. So we sit down at the table, and I'm like super casually introducing myself, like not trying to freak out or anything. And I think it was one of them. I think it was Kevin. I was like, "Oh, do you want a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I think he like took got distracted and took a while, and he come back and he's like, I'm sorry I took long. And I'm like, oh my God, like, it's okay, you taught me how to sing. And then I realized how weird it was when that came out of my mouth. Like,
He's probably like,
he's like,
here you go.
he's like, okay. And then I think I said one more awkward thing after. Like, I really just could not compose myself to say like something that wasn't like, I adore you, like, I love you, come out of my mouth. That they ended up like 5 minutes later, they're like, oh, we're gonna go back to the room, and they left us at the table.
They're like, yeah, freaking weirdos.
But they left us with the bottle. So
Oh,
Was
not
it
bad.
was it you that like met Maluma and then you like wait, can I tell this one? So she literally goes to say goodbye to everyone
they told me,
except Maluma. She literally ignores him, says bye to everyone else because she thought that it would be like the way
I
of
did
like
tell you this story.
yeah,
I
it,
told
like
you this
it would
story.
like be in the back of his mind. So the next time that he sees her, you know, he'd be like,
He
oh,
was
like you
booking
didn't.
time at the studio. He was booking at the time at the studio, and my manager at the time owned the studio. So he's like, Maluma's coming, and I'm like, cool. Bet I'm gonna show up that day and make sure that I meet him. And I'm there all day, and the guy's super late. So by the time he gets there, like I had already been there for several hours, kind of like waiting around for
Yeah.
him to come. So I'm low key annoyed. So I'm like, you know what? He's gonna book more time at the studio. Like he's gonna be back. So I'm just gonna say bye to everybody. Nobody's really introduced me to him. So why would I like, hi,
Right.
like you know,
You're like, I'm not
fangirl. I'm not gonna fangirl this guy. And then he just never came back to the studio. And
No, it's like, wow, that
It
rude
backfired.
ass chick.
Yeah.
he just never came back to the studio. So
Damn.
I lost my shot there.
Oh,
Damn.
I have a few stories now. Wow. Yeah.
I think it's interesting interacting with celebrities the way I feel like it's got to be in the middle of the road. You can't just completely dismiss them,
right. But you gotta
and you
play it
and you have to acknowledge them in a way where you're not fanboying girling.
Well, read the
over
room,
them.
you know, like
Right.
read the room. If the person is like seemingly receptible and like, oh, thanks. What movie do you like? Okay,
Right.
cool. Like then engage in the conversation. But if like someone's going for a run, like I was literally going for a run the other day, and a friend of mine, he was a friend of mine, that just recognized me and was like, hey, but then like was like stopped, like tried wanted me to
talk.
stop to like
Yeah.
go back and say hi to him. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I
Damn.
should.
You was in the zone too.
You know what my approach is with all it? Let's say you're at a dinner with 4 people and one of them is a celebrity. I would obviously make it seem like I acknowledge this person because that's just rude not to.
Yeah.
Vikina, take notes. But I always try to make people seem like I'm like they're my center of attention, right? Like if I
Right.
talk to someone, I'm not like darting eyes in different directions. They
Yeah.
talk to me, you know what I mean? So I would probably I would talk to the other 2 people, make sure they know that I'm, oh, tell me about yourself, and then
Talk to everybody equally.
equally,
Yeah.
and I'll probably even put a bit of emphasis on the other people because again, like celebrities probably get. I mean, how many times do they people come up to them and like?
Right.
I saw I was at Soho House. And I saw
We gotta talk about that too because I'm trying to get my membership.
Yeah, bro. Let's do
You
it.
just pay for it.
Yalla.
Is that it?
That's right.
So, yeah, just know somebody that has it. You just pay for it.
You got one too, Vicky?
No, because I don't spend money on shit that I get for free.
So you got one for free? Or
No,
you
I just can go. I have friends.
Oh, see, I ain't got no friends. I mean, I got friends, but
You know what
I'm
I
your
mean?
friend.
yeah, Nick is my friend, so I guess I can go for free. But now I want to be that friend
Sorry,
that people
I'm
can bring.
spoiled Miami girl
And you're
syndrome.
Yeah, you're spoiled. You
and
go
you
everywhere
can get
for free.
and you're under 27.
I'm under 27, so yeah, I need
This man who looks like he's definitely not
And
26.
crazy thing is, I've looked like this for years. Like-
That's wild.
Keep going though.
Can't wait to see you in your 30s.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be hitting my prime in my 30s.
Yeah,
we
it gets,
will.
it gets better.
It only gets better. That's
I'm the only one in my
crazy.
30s.
You're in
Wow,
your
that's
30s.
wild.
Yeah.
She looks so young now.
Yeah.
Brujeria works.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love saying that joke because people get so awkward. People get so awkward. Like, she might be a witch.
Like, wait,
she-
wait, for real? Start calling her Bruja. Whoa.
I wouldn't discriminate if you were a witch.
I have a
Yeah.
I have a bruja shirt that I wear on Halloween. I really enjoy the looks that I get.
They looking at you like,
Like, is she? She might be.
yeah, is this a joke or? Yeah. That,
You really never know.
Yikes.
You really never know. I'm a good witch. I only work with light.
You're like Sabrina.
Yeah. Light magic.
Like
Light magic.
Light magic.
Light magic, not
Oh.
dark magic.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
What's the difference?
The difference between light magic and dark magic, I think is
The intent, right?
The intent, yeah, the intent, yeah.
You're using it for good.
I only use light like full moon ceremonies and stuff, right? I'm harnessing.
You've
light.
done one?
Whoa, now it's getting a little too specific.
Wait, you've done a full moon ceremony?
Bitch.
Have you guys ever done
On 11/11/22, me and all my best friends at 11:11 p.m. did like a little circle where we like we spoke up openly and like without shame, right?
Yeah.
Shamelessly about like what we want to leave behind in the 11/11 portal and what we wanted to manifest. One of them got engaged. The other one found out she's pregnant. And the other one went ring shopping. I'm just waiting for my Grammy. Like, I think they're going to send it in the mail. They
Grammy on the way.
The other girls got men, and you're going for
A Grammy.
a Grammy.
She got a man already, right?
Yeah.
What a man. What a
Well, they all have men. I think they're just wanted to start new chapters in their life. And it's hard, you know, sometimes.
But the most important thing is they had an intention of what they wanted
Of what
to
they
accomplish,
wanted.
put their minds together, all of them with their power together, and
Yeah.
then boom, make it happen.
I love that you guys brought up this point. So, because we're going to circle back to acting for a second.
Nice.
So, when I first started acting, I was like, I went to LA because my mom's like, you got to go to LA. She's like, you can't be in Miami because there's nothing here. Luckily now with the pandemic, you don't really have to be stuck in a city because everything's virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I do plan on going back to LA soon because it's just the acting community there is so strong.
Yeah.
And there's so many tools at your disposal. Here, you don't have that, unfortunately.
What kind of tools would you say?
Well, there's more acting coaches, people that could help you with crafting your acting. There's like classes like it doesn't get any better in LA,
Yeah.
And they're very specifically tailored. A lot of them are tailored towards TV and film. They have on-camera classes,
Wow.
Improv classes, which are so fun, and
Yeah.
it's so important. Like as someone, when you're on set, right? There was they just shot something here in Miami with Vince Vaughn, and he likes to improvise in his scenes. He'll go off script, and that's some of his best work is improvised, right? And you can see it throughout movies. You see it all the time. Some of the best stuff that comes out is all. It wasn't written. It was all improvised.
That's really like accepted and like highlighted in TV and film. Like they want you to be able to improv like on stage and in theater. It's like the opposite because I tried to improv a couple lines in this like play I did recently, and they're like, no.
They're like, yo,
They're like,
bitch,
you don't
what?
do that. There's cues, there's lights, there's this, there's that. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but that's
oh,
different.
you
That's
know?
totally.
Yeah.
There's only one take on the
on stage.
yeah.
And it depends on what so in TV it depends because if it's network TV, if it's a sitcom, it's harder to improvise because normally the joke is there's like a planned joke, right? Like
Yeah.
bam bam
Dialogue.
punchline, right? So that's different. That's like a stand up. You can't improvise. Well, you can improvise with stand up, but like when you have your set joke, you have to get your mark. You can't like skip a beat because then it makes no sense what is said at the end.
Delivery.
But anyway, so LA, right? Improv's great, all that stuff.
There's more light magic over there in LA.
And-
I think there's some dark magic in
over
LA.
there.
And
Hollywood. What exactly are they doing with that Hollywood? We're on to you, whoever you are.
it's an interesting place.
Yeah.
And then the reason I bring the manifestation because
There we go.
Okay,
There
so-
we go.
Tie it all
Circle back,
together.
circle
when
back, circle back.
I first moved there, I was so nervous. Like I used to have dry mouth at all my auditions.
What about like the vibrating things? Is your like mouth like your what was it?
quiver?
My eye or yeah? It's like
Oh,
a quiver, right?
quivers! No, luckily I didn't do
Oh my
that.
god, that happened to me the other day.
Oh, it did.
Oh my god, it hasn't happened to me in so long.
I never get nervous
because
anymore.
I'm so used to doing self tapes now, and I actually had to like go somewhere, and I was like, wow,
shit.
I'm super nervous.
Yeah, no. It was bad. It was like I literally like, and I'd mumble and I'd like speak really low.
whispering. Yeah.
And like, dude, the thing that makes you a good actor is confidence. Like, obviously, being genuine, sincere, being an actual good actor is important to being a good actor.
Right.
But when you see someone give a performance with such gravitas, like that is, it's electrifying to see that. Like that's how you become a star.
Right.
Right? Like these people who have these like long careers, and the reason we think of, like you said, Danny Zuko, you know, John Travolta
Character,
and that in Greece, like you just like can't take your eyes off him. He's
Magnetic.
He's fun. He's magnetic. You watch it, and that's what gets you to be a star in Hollywood is being able to like be your most confident, true self, and that's what people look for. And like that's not something you can just. I feel like you have to learn to be like that. I don't think you're just necessarily born that way, but it's a skill you develop over time.
Repetition.
But you start to realize that it doesn't matter what people think, and because you're your biggest critic. And and in the back of our heads, we're thinking, I'm gonna look stupid. I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of this person. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Like
I think shameless people are the happiest people.
You have to be, and to be successful, you have to not care. You can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, look, not to get political or anything, but I think one of the reasons why Donald Trump won is because a lot of people were like, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care, and people will like that, and then
I think it's just really hard to find out.
I don't like Donald Trump.
I think he just comes off very authentic, you know, as hard to swallow as that is.
Yeah.
So there's something that people attach themselves to with that authenticity. They feel like he's not a facade. He's really has no filter.
A lot of politicians are very like.
I do believe that he has like
they're
no
like
filter.
they're like, you know, they composed and like
real poised. And
like when you
answer.
hear and
people got tired of that.
Exactly, they get tired of it.
He's a wild card.
Yeah.
So but anyways, taking it back.
Yeah, so you were nervous, and then what changed?
I was it was I can't. There's not a specific event I can highlight that I was like, oh, okay. It was more like I started. There was actually this online course that I saw that the guy was talking about, like doing power poses before your auditions, like Superman, the Superman stance. That's a power pose. Yeah, power posing is great. It like gives you confidence. It's the small tweaks, right? Then not only that, but there was another class I took that talked about branding, like knowing what you sell, right? Not to sound, like I'm the, but
he's un actor latino.
They'd be like, you look like you'd be in a soap opera or in a telenovela. So I realized that, I'm handsome. I'm a handsome lad.
I look like I could sell Goya.
I look like I serenade people and I walk around giving roses to women. Yeah. That was like the look, I guess, that I give or whatever. And I had to lean into that.
Embrace it.
So when I my signature move.
Oh, you got to move.
It's my grin.
The smolder.
I'm serious. My first booking in LA was because it was so again, I'm not the greatest guitar player. I actually went to an audition where I'm like, everyone has their guitars and it was like finger picking and I'm like, so I prepare a song, right? I sang Me voy enamorando, right? So I sang that song and then you're supposed to play it and then you're supposed to look to camera and like do a smile or a smole or whatever. And I got the callback and at the callback I was so nervous. And again, like it's insane looking back because you can't care. You just can't. You have to just like I get it. Like when you first start, you're like, well, this might be my last audition. They might realize I'm a fraud because I suffered from that, from feeling like a fraud.
Imposter syndrome.
I was like, wow, what am I doing? I moved to a city. People are gonna be like, this guy. Like, I'm gonna go back to Miami and I have to like work in insurance or something. And my friends will be like, wow, what a joke, what a loser. Like that's in the back of my mind thinking, that my agents are gonna drop me. Damn. And years later, they're still representing me in LA. They still send me auditions. So but yeah, and then I'm there and I'm doing it. And I looked at the camera, and the guy starts laughing so hard, and I'm like, I hope that's good. But he loved it. He was like, that's exactly what they were looking for. That smolder, that like. That
But it
way.
was almost like I think when you do it, it's like borderline comedic. It's,
Yeah.
what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah, 100%.
It's just like a parody of his own self, which I think is
100%.
great when you don't take yourself seriously like that. Like, and it ties into what you say. Like, you can't really care. You know, when people see that you're nervous and then you're like, nobody wants that energy on set.
No, of course.
Nobody wants
not.
that person on set that's like, can I do it again? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And like nobody wants that. So they want to feel your energy and like to feel like you're enjoying what you're doing as you're doing it, and you're gonna be good energy on stage.
And then to your point, like when you're there, when you're taking direction, let's say you do a take and the director goes, okay, that was great, but now do this. Nervous people will just be like, oh, okay, yeah. And they won't even listen to the note. And the thing is, to be a good actor is to take good direction.
Yeah.
You can give an incredible performance. The director just goes, hey, I want to tailor it a bit in this way. Part of the job is being able to take direction.
Right.
That's why you have a director. That's why it's called directing. You take, and then as an actor, you take direction.
Yeah, because they can see the project, and you're just
exactly.
I did an audition once. It was a callback, and the director was in the room this time, and they're like, and I had to be like a news anchor, you know. So I did it like animated, but still formal, like a news person, right? And they're like, can you make it like more animated? Now even more animated. Now even more, like he might have made me, I was like borderline Minnie Mouse by the end of the freaking, by the time.
Yeah.
I was like, how like much more animated do you want to be? But I booked the gig because I was
Nice.
you know,
Direction.
willing to take the direction.
It's so important.
It's important with
It's
modeling
so
too.
important.
Not even just acting.
Over modeling?
Yeah.
See, that's a world I'm a little more foreign to. I don't know. I do some lifestyle print work, but nothing like, I don't know. I don't know, runway or whatever.
Interesting. I do both. I would say
You do runway? You
I've done some runway shows. I haven't done one in a year. The last one I did was like last.
You have a nice catwalk?
I feel like I do. I mean, you just walk
You
regular.
strut.
I don't think I strut.
No.
I really you just kind of walk normal as a man. You
You
don't have to
scut?
do that extra. I'm always scut. I feel like when you do a runway as a man, you're just supposed to walk and look confident for real. But what separates models from like people who aren't models is the sauce you give at the end of the runway, and then when you get to the back.
That's where it counts, right?
That's where it counts. That's where you get to show some personality. You got to hit a pose or something.
When you hit the pose, that's like that's the moment.
That's
of
where
like,
you can tell
of
like,
brilliance.
oh, this guy's lit or this guy's regular. It's
Yeah.
when the pose. If you hit nice, that was swag. Oh,
little cherry on
Take
top.
the jacket off and look around. You know what I'm saying? It's the confidence thing.
Like you do.
Always.
Right. Adjust the glasses. Maybe take them off. Look around.
Yeah.
Wink at somebody in the crowd.
When you're first starting, you have to fake it till you make it.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Even if you're nervous as hell, you pretend you're not.
Yeah. Just act like
Yeah.
I'm Tyson Beckford or I'm some hot girl.
I met people that drink before doing things like auditions or like doing a scene or something because it takes the edge off. I don't prescribe to that. I don't think it's a good method
To
to
like
prep.
self-medicate.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
eventually like that's what you're gonna do that all the time, or whatever.
Right.
Like
you can't have a crutch. Yeah.
crutch.
I'm not gonna lie though. On the runway shows, we do be drinking a little bit. 'Cause
Oh, really?
You don't really have to be. I mean, yeah, it's kind of fun. It's more fun when
Yeah.
you drink, especially if you gotta like take your clothes off.
I like to drink when I sing and when I perform.
It just makes it a little bit more
Yeah.
fun because
Yeah.
you want to be having fun. Too.
It makes it more fun.
Sure.
For
When
you.
when you're doing a performance, you gotta have some fun. But when it comes to like, all right, this is a job. We're clocking in. It's 3 p.m.
Well, I just feel like when I'm performing, I'm also like responsible for the vibe. I call myself
Right.
the director of vibes in the room. So like, if I'm not drinking and having a shot, like what's gonna provoke you to have a good? I mean, I guess the music, right? But like, you know,
Yeah.
like it just adds. It's to like feeling like part of the vibe.
Yeah, you're
you
setting
know?
the tone.
Setting the tone. That's the right word.
there was like a event where it was a fundraiser for something that happened in Puerto Rico. I think it was a hurricane or an earthquake.
Yeah.
Maybe Puerto
both.
Rico, man.
Yeah, they get hammered.
Maybe both at the same time. That would suck. An earthquake
They
in the
have
middle of a hurricane.
earthquakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have earthquakes.
I had
Yeah.
a bad one a couple years ago.
Oh my god.
Yep. And I remember I was a volunteer, and all these artists are coming up, like Bad Bunny, and I think I didn't.
What?
Yeah.
You met Bad Bunny?
Well, I was the one like guiding them. I didn't get to. The person I spoke to most was T.I., Fat Joe.
That's lit.
I forgot who else was at the event. What's that song where it's It's so famous. Everyone always sings the fast part to it. No. I don't even know the song. Sorry, dang it.
All right, whatever. We'll never know, but keep going. T.I.,
Fat Joe, and damn, I really want to know. Whatever.
It's a T.I. and a Fat Joe
Is it T.I. song?
It's not a T.I. song. It's
Fat Joe song.
Look at me now.
Look at me now.
That one. How'd you know?
Busta Rhymes.
Damn, Justin.
Busta Rhymes.
That's what I was
How do you
thinking.
know?
But when you said Fat Joe, like threw me off. I knew it.
Look at me now.
Wow. He
Look
knows.
at me
I was
now.
like, yeah, because it's the really song where
fast
the
one.
That
That or Twista.
very good. So
Yeah, him or Twista.
he was super nice. All those guys were super nice. All the and T.I. was cool. But the thing is, everyone reeked of marijuana. Not a single person there was not high. DJ Khaled, no one is high.
Stoned.
All of them were his eyes were like bloodshot red. Like
That's why everybody be wearing shades.
that he was not wearing shades. I can tell you that much. I could see his eyes. But yes, correct. Bad Bunny, he ran through the whole thing and he's running and he reeked it. Everyone there. I guess marijuana is just like a very popular drug for these artists.
Industry.
Music industry.
In the music industry. I mean, it just for when you're songwriting and stuff, I think it's just for me, it helps me kind of like slow everything down and be able to grab the words a little easier. It's like an inspiration tool. So I think that's why it's really popular amongst musicians.
You know
also,
what?
we're just so fucking stressed all the time.
Take the edge off.
like, yeah.
Especially when you're like, man, this has to go crazy or I'm not gonna be able to eat. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta pay rent. So, but actually, I'm curious about your creative process, Vicky. How does that work? Like when you're in album mode or song mode?
I think it's different every time. I think during the pandemic, I learned how to record and engineer myself, which was like a huge advantage for me now, because I used to always be at the mercy of somebody that knew how to drive the spaceship. If I didn't have anybody that knew how to work the gear, like I'm shit out of luck. I'm just doing voice notes on my phone, you know. So I have this amazing facility that they like basically gave me access to. Like they didn't just like sign me off the jump when I got off that show. They were like, you can use the studio, and I'm like, cool. It's a pandemic. Nobody wants to work with me.
Right.
So what do? I just found out beats on YouTube and like a website called BeatStars, where like people upload their beats and stuff. Like you like pay like $100, you know, and the beats yours, something like that. But it was just really for me to like experiment and see what I wanted to work on, what I liked, because for so many years I think I'd worked with different producers that, not in a malicious way, but like naturally kind of just guided me in different directions. Like when I did a bachata trap song,
Right.
like that was
That's so random, right? Nick,
Super
move
random.
the mic a little bit. Wait, you're like breathing into it.
he's doing this, his smolder.
I can hear him breathing into the mic.
Sorry, guys. I'm new to this.
Yo.
Sorry.
Wait, so the bachata one, was that like a YouTube beat? Or?
No, the bachata one was like 5 years ago. I had quit my job. I changed my name to Vikina because my name's Victoria Christina.
Vikina's one.
Yeah.
Wait, you legally
Vikina's-
changed your name?
Not legally, but I trademarked it. So I guess legally I own Vikina, but my name is still Victoria Christina by the government.
Vikina's lit though.
Yeah, Vikina's super lit. Way cooler than like the Grammy goes to Vicky Lopez, the girl that sat
Right.
behind you in math class. like
Right.
the Grammy definitely goes to
Vikina,
Yeah, I
yeah.
wanted like Madonna, Rihanna, like Selena. But anyway, so I started experimenting and I realized that I really like dance music, you know? I really like EDM. I like all genres. And I think that was always kind of like my blessing and my curse, because every time I would work with somebody, they'd kind of like direct me, oh, well, you know what? We need like a new girl that owns salsa. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I could do salsa. I'll make it cute. I'll make it like urban. And I started doing that and I'm like, oh, this is like not
What you
you know
wanted.
what I want to be known for, like, and what is it that I want to be known for? Like, most people go their whole life without having to define themselves, and I'm expected to put in a box, you know. So I definitely realized throughout that process that I really like dance music. Like that's where I naturally gravitate to. I mean, I still identify as like urban, like an urban artist, because I sing and I rap. But my creative process now has shifted a lot since I learned how to record and engineer myself. Like, I don't like sitting in the studio for like 8 hours watching you make a beat. It's a waste. It's a waste of my time.
Right.
It's like I mean, it's a fun, enjoyable process when the producer that I'm working with is like quick with it and sick, and like they just make a quick little.
You don't
beat.
collaborate with beats?
fun to
You don't
see
like
Sometimes it's like I said, if I'm really inspired to it, I'll be like, oh my God, what if you add like a snare or whatever? Yeah, sometimes. But authentically, the best use of my time is to sit there and write the song.
Yeah, or record it.
Or record it. So most of the time what I've been doing now is just like having producers send me beats. And then I'll get in the room with songwriters that I'm vibing to work with that day, which is the most amazing part now. Like I can literally invite whoever I want to the studio and be like, yo, come write a song with me.
That's so lit.
You know, and I can record us, and I don't need like anybody else. So
dope.
It's been I really enjoy working by myself versus like in a room with like 25 people.
Right,
like,
you're controlling it.
Yeah, well, it's just like it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of chaos, and like a lot of people's energy in the room, and like I've learned, I think now throughout this process, that like I'm most comfortable when it's just like me and like one other person in the room, like maybe two.
I like that.
But like that, like of like bringing your whole squad to the studio and they've got bottles and a hookah and like,
right.
And then there's two people bringing their girlfriends and like, I'm like, I don't.
That's a lot.
It can snowball out of control.
It snowballs. It's just like.
Is that a common thing that happens?
Like a super normal thing. Yeah.
I would feel like a serious musician does what you just said about like you have maybe 1-2 people.
Yeah, people that are there are working and they're supposed to be there. Like,
and you're there to create that magic of whatever next hit you're trying to get launched.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I sound like a brat when it's coming out of my mouth, but it's not. It's just like, I get distracted. There's too much energy in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's natural too. Especially, I've heard when I talk to creatives and people doing like music, energy is always a big thing. You know,
yeah.
You don't want to have bad vibes around when you're creating things because subconsciously that shit is entering in the shit. You know, like even if you tune people out, you're still subconsciously hearing it. Yeah, it can affect your flow. So I definitely think you should be selfish with your energy, especially you're like an international superstar. Like, not just anybody can be in the room. Like, yo, we got hits to make. People are in Russia bumping that shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's
yeah,
funny.
I think it's just tricky when like music is so subjective. Like what I think is dope might not be what you think is dope, and I might like the guitar a lot louder, and you might want the guitar a lot softer.
Right.
And I think it sounds dope with the guitar loud, and he's like, nah, I kind of want to filter it and put it in the back. And I'm like, you know, so imagine when there's 4 other people in the room with their opinions, like you inherit everybody's opinion, and then it's a mind fuck because it's art. Like,
the good thing is that you can have your own cut though, right? Because like in movies they have like director's cut, and then they have like what the network or the studio decided to produce.
I mean, unless I'm trying to waste money, it's normally the one that comes out.
Right, the one that comes
out. The master recording.
Isn't that unfortunate that we have to think about money? Could you imagine just like being an artist and like we could be here for
version and my version? Yeah,
that would be kind of lit.
It'd be cool if the world didn't revolve around numbers and statistics and followers and streams and stuff, like for validation.
Dude, Elon Musk bought Twitter and is tearing it to the ground.
What do you, I mean,
why do you say he's tearing it to the ground?
Right.
Have you guys not been reading the news?
I've been on Twitter, but it seems pretty normal.
Says, does the media say he's tearing her down, or is the people on Twitter?
Rule number 1, never believe the news, my guy.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that like that Twitter poll that came out about like whether or not to reinstate Trump, right? Most people voted. It was like pretty 50-50, but it ended up being more favorable for Trump. So he's got it reinstated on Twitter. It's like a big deal, whatever. But I'm starting to like realize like what the left or liberals fear about one man owning a platform like that. Like, how do we know bots didn't vote? Like, how do we know?
Right.
We don't know. You know, how do we know the legitimacy of that poll? And it's so crazy. Like, I woke up the next morning and how many screenshots I had of that poll on my Instagram, an entirely separate platform, but people are disseminating that knowledge. It just ends up snowballing. And I want to believe it's true. I want to believe that Elon is the GOAT. But I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's where the part
You're
of the
Elon,
fear...
You're an Elon fan.
Yeah.
I think I'm cool with Elon.
I think he's cool. I think
a lot
he's
of
really
people
smart.
Don't like him or think he's evil. I haven't seen that evidence to compel me to think he's evil.
I mean, I think people are just really love to confuse somebody that's evil and somebody that's just like kind of a dick. Like, there's a lot of people that are really inherently evil, but do it with a nice smile on their face.
Exactly.
And I think he's just kind of a dick. Like, he's kind of
a dick.
successful and knows it, and he doesn't really care to. I don't know.
He fired all these employees.
He didn't.
I mean,
fire
sometimes
them.
you.
Yeah, he did. It was
sometimes
8,000 employees, and now it's gone down to like 50 people.
Okay,
think
but what
about
he
it.
did,
That's
I'll
insane.
tell you what he did. He offered them a severance package
Right.
for 3 months, or that anybody that worked at Twitter headquarters was going to have to work like
Harder.
9 to 5 shifts and not like this freelance remote lifestyle that they've been working. And he gave them the option. Either you do that or you resign with a severance. And majority of them quit.
Yeah, and these people, look, they're Twitter engineers. You're gonna be able to get another job. Like, there's only a certain amount of people who can work at Twitter and do that kind of stuff.
Well, did you ever see like the videos of Twitter offices before Elon took over? Like a day in the life at Twitter.
Right. Let me get
In
my
the-
matcha latte.
I'm gonna go to the meditation room, and then I'm gonna go to the rooftop, and I'm gonna have a meeting. And
Well, now we're debating like work life. So we traditionally believe that someone who slaves away at a 9 to 5 has to be like consistently like putting in like hard work, but that's not great for people's like mental state sometimes, right? Like, it's
Fair.
important to like take a break, and I like that there's like non-traditional workplaces that are like trying new things. So I don't know much about, I can't comment a lot on Twitter's environment prior to Elon Musk or what it's transitioning into now, but like looking big picture, these people who have been working there 10 plus years, and I've seen the videos of like these people that they can't believe like it's over, like it's done for them. Like they've been that's their
dedicated
life.
their career
That's
to
their whole
it.
life. They dedicated all their time to Twitter, and this guy decides to buy it because he doesn't like
How it's run.
how it's run, and completely changes it. One guy. That's it. One guy.
See, I'm not mad at that though, because like that's the rules of corporate America. Like, it's a publicly traded company. All they're trying to do is make money. He bought it. He wants to run it a certain way. I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate it. But we're almost at time, so I want to put a pin in that. And now I want you guys to let us know where we can find you. Give me some self promo if you got things coming up, projects you want people to know about. Vicky, ladies first.
Sure. Well, I've got a new single coming out December 2nd. It's called
Lit.
Wow. I shot the music video with all of my best friends and their dogs.
Amazing.
And it's basically like a casting for who can be like the baddest bitch, essentially.
Nice.
But in Spanish. So it's like a competition between my friends, their dogs, and you get to see who wins
Dope.
in the video when it comes out.
Wow. December 2nd. Check it
Yeah.
out.
Well, what sound does a dog make in English?
Bark. Wolf.
Woof, yeah, whatever, bark. And what sound does a dog make in Spanish?
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow. So it's like a bad bitch anthem.
Justin's like, what?
What?
And it's a bad bitch anthem.
Bad bitch anthem.
Yeah.
Wow. December 2nd. Bet.
Yeah.
And Nick, what you got?
Mine's gonna be a manifestation.
Okay, let's hear it.
Coming summer of 2023.
Let's go.
Untitled project, starring Nick Sellar as actor one. Yeah,
Dope.
listen,
Let's go.
I
Let's
can't.
make it
I shot some things that are coming out, but they're like nothing huge. I'm just like the Vince Vaughn thing. I'm in,
Okay. Congrats.
and I don't know how much I can talk about it.
I promise the things that you don't think are huge are pretty
They're
huge.
probably pretty big.
It's gonna be on Apple TV Plus.
That's pretty big.
And I'm in 2 episodes, and I have like a few like not even. It's cool. Whatever. I'm in it. It's cool. It's gonna be
Congrats,
great.
bro. Apple TV Plus. I mean, that's some big shit. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
I can't. So small job for me. All the small jobs for me are great. Like whenever I book
Yeah.
like a one line on a CBS show,
That's
I
pretty
go.
lit.
Scream
Get
like a
excited.
kid.
Hey,
Yeah,
you should.
it's not like the principal character on a movie or a TV show, whatever. Again, it's I'm growing with the career. Like I'm waiting till I hit my strides and nothing. I work a lot commercially, and I always post my work on Instagram. So if you guys want to follow me at Un Actor Latino, yeah, that's about it. I don't.
That's it. No, that's perfect.
You'll put our Instagrams and
Yeah,
stuff on
yeah.
the thing,
I'll have the
right?
Instagrams on you. They'll
I
know
don't have
who
to
you
be
are.
like Vikina. There's no N. People love to
Vikina.
people butcher the pronunciation.
Vikina.
Vikina, or they say
Whoa.
Vikina, like if it's a piña,
Like a little
like a little piñas.
That's hilarious. Well, you heard it here first. We're on the pod. I'm gonna have to get you guys back in a couple months so we can get an update
Let's do it.
after the Grammy, right, Vicky?
Are we gonna
Well, the Grammys just passed. I didn't win
Oh,
any.
right.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, we can't wait that long.
That'll be like a year before the
Oh,
next
okay,
one.
yeah, that's kind
Did
of.
you get nominated at least?
I did not get nominated, but I'm part of some of the like genre committees and stuff, which is pretty cool.
That's
lit.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna post for a pick, and that will conclude our great pod.
Wait, we talked controversial subjects.
How'd you guys feel?